So, who all are the characters in ragging? Number one is the victim, of course. Number two is the sadistic type of ragger who really goes after somebody to trouble them. And the third are people like us who do mild ragging. Or we are the audience. We clap or we encourage the mild ragger. Now, in my experience, regarding the victim, it's the doctor or a psychologist who can look after that. And as far as the sadistic ragger is concerned, the one who likes hurting people, again, it's a psychologist or the law enforcement takes care of that. What happens to people like us? We enjoy it. You think there's something in us that makes us enjoy other people's misery? Do you all enjoy other people's misery? Anybody enjoys? Are you sure? Anybody who says that you enjoy other people's misery? Well, you're correct, and even the English language doesn't have a word for it. But it is a fact that to a certain extent we enjoy other people's misery. And there's a, now let's hope this works. This one. This one, okay. All right. So there's a word called, Schadenfreude, pleasure derived by someone from other people's misfortune. Now what happens, supposing there is a road accident. I see everybody stop their car, get down from the car and look at it. Why do you look at it if you don't enjoy it? Does anybody go down to help? Very few people will help, but everybody just staring, they take videos of it and later on they share. Is it true or not? So to a certain extent, if you look carefully, we enjoy other people's misery. In the olden days, in Rome, there used to be amphitheaters where people will put there to fight with a lion, or two people will fight there, gladiators, they'd fight. And everybody used to come and watch because you enjoy. Why do you enjoy it? Either, to my reading, it is because somehow you feel thankful that it did not happen to me, that accident, I'm more fortunate. Or is it in the past, if you go back historically, we used to fight each other. So there's a relic of that happens. Even the mildest form, in the mildest form also we enjoy it. Look at all the computer games. It's all about fighting, isn't it? Your mobile games. Look at WWF wrestling. Why do people go there? To see people beaten up. There is something in us. Now, why is it that we do all that? And as you grow up, not only as students, when you grow up, you'll find people are fighting over religion, over community. There's mob violence. Is it true or not? There might be one or two people who are carrying on all these things, but everybody stands and watches. So there is something. Why we do this? What do you think? Anybody will answer why we do all these things? Come on, yeah, guys, say something at least. You can be wrong. Nobody wants to say. Anyway, I don't know what the reason is, but to my mind's eye, it is unhappiness, some form of unhappiness in us. If you're happy, you'll go walking down the road whistling. You'll not want to attack anybody. You'll not want to see anybody suffer. Isn't it true or not? So we are unhappy people. Very few people are happy. Just give me a minute. So what happens is that we become a herd. You know what a herd is? Herd of animals, they're together. We also herd together as human beings. We get together, if we are from the same religion, we want to punish somebody from another religion. We get together, if we are from the same community, we want to punish somebody from the other community. We get together as a nation to fight some other nation also. There is a tendency in us to... So what happens when you become a herd? They say in individuals, insanity is rare, but in groups, parties, nations and epochs, it is the rule. You will find the mildest of people, when they become a part of a mob or a group, will beat up somebody, or at least cheer them up. Come on, beat them, kick them. So this happens. So what do we do about this? Okay, how do you find happiness? Anybody will tell me where happiness can be found? Now this answer I want from one of you. Where is happiness hiding that we can't find it? Okay, in college, what do you do to get happy, to become happy? When you're a college student, what do you normally do? You go on a date. You know, some boy or a girl you'll meet, and you think that girl or a boy will give you happiness. Is it true or not? I've been through college. I didn't grow up. I wasn't a grown-up right from the beginning, but I've been through college. So you meet a girl or a boy, then you're lucky if that thing lasts. Otherwise, there's a heartbreak, there's jealousy. There's so many things happening. Is it true or not? Huh? All of you are pretending to be saints. Come on, somebody should agree that this happens. And if you're lucky, you get married. And in the beginning, you want to be very close to that person. And after a few years of marriage, you say, I want some space. You also keep some space. And I also want some space. You should do something with your time, and I should be able to do. So there are 4 Ds we do. One is dating, Ds, 4 Ds. Second is, we go for a drive. Anybody goes for a drive here? Nobody. Such nice fellows you all are. Okay. Anyway, we can go for a drive, but you cannot keep on driving all your life, can you? You cannot spend your life driving. So after some time, the law of diminishing returns. If there's an economics students here, they'll tell you that the first time you eat ice cream, it gives you a lot of satisfaction. Second time you eat, you might still be happy. Then third time you eat, the pleasure comes down. And if you get ice cream every day, you'll get fed up of it. So the law of diminishing returns is there. And anything you keep on doing regularly, the satisfaction decreases. Then another thing which a lot of young boys, and maybe some of the young girls do, is drink. Come on, let's party. Is it true or not that we should go for a party and have a drink? But can you drink all your life? You cannot, you'll become alcoholic. But the worst of the Ds is doing drugs. Because that is a one-way street. You cannot come out of it. Once you've had drugs, you cannot come out of it. It's very difficult to come out. I think the recovery rate is very small. Maybe less than 10% of the people recover. Their lives go wasted. So you have shifted from ragging to happiness. Because if you want to stop ragging, you have to make people happy. Look at what makes them happy. So what makes, apart from these things, what makes people happy? Now this answer I expect. At least one answer give me. Huh? Money, yes. Who's this lady? Please stand up. Okay, everybody give her a round of applause. Money, right. Money isn't everything, but everything needs money. True. So they spend their whole life chasing money. But there's a lot of research on this, that money does not necessarily give you happiness. And there's a fellow, any psychology students here? You have psychology as a husband? Okay. Any psychology students or faculty here? I don't know if you heard of a psychologist called Mihaly. Okay, you heard a psychologist called Mihaly? Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. He's got a very complicated name, but the first name is Mihaly. Okay, he did research on happiness for 40 years. He was from Hungary. He came and stayed in America. And what he found was this. Now you can look at the figures and you see, till you get the bare necessities in life, if you don't get food, you don't have clothes, you don't have a house, you'll be unhappy. But once those needs are met, this increase in income does not necessarily mean that you'll be happy. On an average, only 30% of the people are happy, no matter what the income is. And right from 1956 to 1998, This research has been done. And you'll find, if you look at it, there's drug addiction amongst the poor, there's drinking amongst the poor. But what happens in Hollywood? They're very rich, but they also have the same problem. They have drinks, alcoholics are there, drug addicts are there. So there's something we're looking for. We're looking for unhappiness, even when we are targeting other people. Okay, I'm an old man, just give me a 1 minute pause to see where I'm going. Okay. So let's change the slide. Now this is the gentleman I was telling you about. Mihaly. Now look at the name. Who can pronounce this name? Any honest English honest students? I find it very difficult to pronounce, but there he is for you. So he researched on happiness. So what gives happiness? He found this chart. He drew this chart and he said that, now supposing you are in, let's say, class 10, and every year you keep on repeating class 10, will you be happy? Will you be? You'll get bored. So you're at the bottom there, where your skills are good, but the challenge has not increased. The challenge is the same. But supposing you are in class 10, and I send you to MA, go and do MA or MSc, what will happen? You'll find it difficult to cope, and you'll have anxiety. Is it true or not? Why do we get anxiety? When we cannot cope with things. When the challenge is too big, and our skills are not there. So, whenever you have anxiety, you realize that you have a challenge, and your skills are not there. But if you keep on increasing the challenge and your skills, this is a slope you get where you find happiness. So that's why you have promotions and you learn new things. And they say that even when you become old, you should keep on learning new things if you want to be happy. Now, the human brain is a funny place. It can absorb only 62 bits per second information. 62 bits per second it can absorb. Okay, beyond that is difficult. So like I am talking to you, you can listen to me. But if two people start talking to you, you'll find it difficult to, no, sorry, I said something wrong. We can absorb 110 bits per second of information. One person talking to us is 62 bits per second of information. If two people talk to us, we can somehow understand. But if three people are talking to you together, you'll find it difficult to understand. Now what happens is, when you do something which you enjoy, then you are in a state of flow. Because all your 110 bits of attention is focused on one thing. Now see, if you're at home, you're watching a good movie, and your mother says, come and have food. You don't even hear her because you're enjoying it so much. Or if there's good music playing, you don't hear. Or if you're an artist, all creative people, when they are drawing or writing a poem or writing a book, they don't want to be disturbed. They don't even feel hungry. So they are in a state of flow. Now this state of flow is supposed to be where happiness lies. Anybody has got any questions till now? Okay? Now what is flow? What does it feel like? It is what we feel when we are fully alive. When you're listening to a song, you forget yourself also, is it? You don't say that, I am listening to this song and I'm happy. The moment you say that, you're not listening to the song anymore or not watching the movie. Is it true? No? You've walked away. But as long as you're listening, your awareness of you is not there. You're not aware, who am I? What am I doing? You're totally lost in whatever you're doing. Okay? So if something that happens most easily when we sing, dance, do sports, but it can happen when we work, read a good book, or have a good conversation. It also happens in drugs. That's why people have drugs and alcohol, because they want to forget themselves. But if you have drugs and alcohols, there's a very big cost to pay later on. You become alcoholic or you have drugs. There's no cost to pay here. You improve your skills in life and you become happier and happier and happier. So, okay. So I'll give you some what people who do things which they like doing with their life. Now, this is Anita Roddick. You may not know who she is, but she's the one who started the Body Shop. All the girls will know Body Shop. You know Body Shop? That famous cosmetic brand, very expensive. So this is what she says. Look for your passion. What makes you excited? What turns you on? Go towards companies that you really like, really admire. What do you admire about them? Spend, if you can, an internship there, or just knock on the desk and say, hey, can I work here for cheap? Find organizations that move your spirit if you can. Work alongside them and have fun. There's so much fun to be had when you spend 95% of your life in a work environment. It can't be dark. Now what happens is, it's a fact of life that we spend most of our life in work. Is it true or not? Whether you're doing business, whether you've got a job, the maximum number of hours are going to be spent at work. And if you don't like what you're doing, you're wasting your life. And you'll always be unhappy. You'll go and look for other types of pleasures which will not help you. So it's better you find something which you really want to do. And all the people who excelled in their life, they've always done what they wanted to do. Now there's another Norman Augustine, former CEO of Lockheed Martin. Who knows what Lockheed Martin is? What sort of a company it is? It makes aircraft engines. I've always wanted to be successful. My definition of being successful is contributing something to the world and being happy while doing it. You have to enjoy what you're doing. You won't be very good if you don't. And secondly, you have to feel that you're contributing something worthwhile. If either of these ingredients are absent, there's probably some lack of meaning. Now, everybody thinks that if you get something, you get a gift, you're happy. But you must have given gifts to people. Doesn't it make you more happy to give something to somebody? Don't you feel nice that I could help somebody? Or I bought a birthday present for somebody. Don't they make you feel nice? So there's an illusion which says that getting makes you happy. In actual fact, it is the giving which makes you happy. And I'm not asking you to become a saint or, philanthropist and give away everything. But at least what you do it with passion and devotion. All right? Okay. Now we'll go to the next slide. Dimensions of the flow experience. We talked about the flow experience. What does it say? Do it for the satisfaction it gives. This is what I tell my students. Don't expect to make money. Don't expect fame or pat on the back. Don't expect a damn thing. Do it because you love it. This is some music composer talking about it. Everywhere, the illusion is that money gives you happiness. But happiness has to be in what you do with your life. You cannot spend 11 months of the year working in a job where you're not happy and take a 15-day vacation to Hawaii or to Singapore or wherever and expect that that'll make up. It'll never make up. You'll continue to be unhappy. Now, this is a very ancient inscription, know thyself. Any of the history students or philosophy students know where this is from? Okay, this is carved on the temple to Apollo in Delphi, Greece. It was carved around 400 BC. So that is about 2,500 years ago. Today, when one model of iPhone doesn't last very long, your film stars don't last very long, new one will come. This wisdom has lasted 2,500 years. Why do you worship Jesus? He suffered. Why do Hindu worship Ram? He also suffered. It wasn't a successful life. But you worship them. I mean, you think, Jesus, we don't know what sort of clothes he wore. Or Ram, what sort of clothes he actually wear. But for 2,000 years, people have been worshipping them because they laid out the principles of happiness. They also said, help other people, love other people. They did what they wanted to do with their lives. And this is an invitation to all of you to please do what you want in your life. It's a short life. And one day you'll be old like me, and one day you'll be dead. And you'll regret it, that I wasted my life. I wasted all my time doing things. Now come back to my life. I looked for happiness. I got into this job. My first thing which I wanted was to become an army officer. That was taken away from me. Then I didn't know where to find happiness. So I got into this job, got into that job, did this business, that business, carried on. And finally I discovered what I loved was writing poetry. I used to write at college. I used to write for a magazine we had called Ed Monthly. And today, all I do is sit and write poetry most of the time, apart from giving talks sometime or the other. So know thyself means know yourself. Know what you want to do with your life. Know what makes you happy. And do it. Don't hesitate. I once had to write an article for an archery magazine. So they wanted me to write about how do you become a good archer. So I wrote there that when you are shooting an arrow, don't think about the medals you're going to get. Think only of the target and how to hit it. And if you think only of the target, you will hit the bullseye. But if you think whether I'll get medal or not, some tension will come, and you'll never be able to get a medal. Similarly in life, if you think, will I become rich man by doing this? I guarantee you it'll be very difficult for you. Or even if you do, it'll be the cost of having high blood pressure. Illnesses will come, heart attacks. But if you do something which you love, I guarantee you that you will be happy and you will succeed. I've got 2 sons. I'm not talking to you. My eldest son is 37 years old. I've been married for 43 years. I got married when I was 22. I've got 2 sons. The elder one is a musician. He performed here with Shillong Chamber Choir. They wanted him to join. That time he thought he'll do IAS. So he spent 3-4 years trying to clear the exam. He didn't clear. So he went back to music. But the music scene is difficult. And there's a lot of pot and a lot of drugs, which he didn't want to get into. So he sat for Trinity exams. In 1 year, he cleared 3 Trinity exams because he was good at it. So he cleared rock and pop, grade 8 in 6 months. Music theory, grade 3. And music theory, grade 5, guitar, grade 3 in 1 year. And then he applied for a job as a music teacher. So he became a music teacher. So he got a job first in Indore, a public school, Delhi College. Then from there he moved to Dubai. He got a job, but then he found that he was supposed to teach English and music. There was no music, so he left. He got a job as a head of department in Dehradun. Now he's head of department of performing arts, and he concentrates on music, and he's very happy. My younger son was a very good artist, a good swimmer, and he got into the National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad. After that, he got a job, many jobs. He was designing drones. He was designing air purifier during COVID, and he would design Titan watches. I'm wearing one. And he used to design watches. But then he found that if I have to sit from 9 o'clock till 7 o'clock in the evening just staring at a computer screen, I'm wasting my life. So he's left. He collects these figures, Batman figures. Now he wants to make some figures on his own. So he's done a 1.5 year sculpting course, digital sculpting course, and he's going to be starting that. Okay, enough. Now, is there a short code? Anybody knows what a cheat code is? You all play computer games? What is a cheat code? Nobody knows what a cheat code is, a shortcut. Cheat code is if you have pirated video game and you want to figure out how it works, you use the cheat code. Cheat code is also available. So is there a cheat code to happiness? I mean, this is a big topic. It cannot be covered in 20 minutes of talk. But I'll leave you with this poem. It's called If by a poet called Rudyard Kipling. When I joined NDA, this was kept in every cadet's room, framed and hung. And it has impacted my life. So he says, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired of waiting or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, but don't give way to hating. You might be hated, but don't start hating other people. And yet, don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aims, you don't end up only thinking. You have to do things. If you can meet with triumph and disaster, triumph is victory, disaster is defeat. And treat those two imposters just the same. If you can keep your balance when you've done well, and you can keep your balance when you've failed. And if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools. Means if you say something, and some knave means a devilish sort of a person, okay? And he can twist it around, and he said, actually, Mr. Bakshi said this. Although I may not have said it, but just to fool people, he said this, Mr. Bakshi is a very bad fellow. And if you can bear to hear that and still not get worried, okay? Or watch things that you gave your life to broken and stoop and build them with worn out tools. Now, supposing you made something really nice and it gets broken, tomorrow there's a earthquake or there's a storm or something. And if you can restart again from the beginning, not lose hope that I did this and look at my life is such a mess because I lost. If you can have that sort of a faith. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, whatever you got in life, if you can flip it, take a risk, not be bothered about the risk, and lose and start again at your beginnings. Means you lost everything and then start again. And never breathe a word about your loss. Don't go around telling people, I had so much and I have lost and I have lost. And if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, means if you can get your body to still work for you. You see a lot of people become unfit at 30, 50. Some people, there's a gentleman here called Mr. Melvin Smith. I met him yesterday. He used to play golf with me. He's 96 years old. He still drives. At 70, people think that, I've had enough of life. He enjoys his life. And to hold on when there's nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, don't worry. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue. Now, what did I say? Crowds don't have virtue because they become mobs. So there's no virtue in them. But if you can be part of a crowd and not do ragging, not bash up anybody, not be violent, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch. When we walk with, say MLAs come, and then you walk, and then you also start behaving like an MLA, That, my friend, man, what do you think? Then if you become like that, it's difficult. If neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if no enemies or even friends, sometimes friends hurt you a lot. Is it true or not? Somebody you consider a good friend, there's this girl yawning away. I am sure you're not enjoying the talk. If you interact, then it'll not be so boring, okay? If all men count with you, but none too much. If all men believe you, but not 100%, because you're also a human being. You can also make mistakes. And if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, if you can be fed, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. He's written man, my son, because this poem was written for his son. But you'll be a woman also. Today, so many women do so many things. So there's hardly any distinction today between man and woman. So pardon his thing about writing only man. It actually means everybody. Okay, any questions? Now, when you want to be happy, one last thing I'll tell you, you keep your eyes open. Acha, this will make me happy, that will make me happy. But the person who gave the biggest lecture about happiness is Gautam Buddha. If you see any of his statues or any pictures, his eyes are closed. What is he telling you? That the happiness is inside you. So find that happiness inside you. Thank you so much. Any questions, anybody? Anything on my life? Anything on the topic I've said? Or if you agree or disagree with me? It's nice to get some criticism also in life, because otherwise I start feeling like a cat's whisker. No, I know everything type. I don't want to be like that. So poke some holes in what I've said. Anybody? No, this will not do. I'm not going to come back if you people are going to behave like this. Some? I'm very happy. Absolutely happy.
Can you please give us this thing, what makes you happy, what
Okay.
makes you
See,
keep happy all this life?
Okay, I'll tell you. No, I learned. I mean, it's not that I knew right from the beginning. I must have learned about 5 years ago about happiness. So I'm talking a lot. But I'll tell you, we say hope. Now, hope is supposed to be a good word. My pet name is Shelley. So there's a poet called Shelley. He wrote, "To hope till hope creates from its own wreck the very thing it contemplates." But I'm not a believer in hope. If you believe in God, everybody, who doesn't believe in God, please raise your hands. Who believes in God, raise your hands. So who are these people in the middle who are not raising hand either way? Huh? They believe or they don't believe God? Come on. Who believes in God? Come on, loudly. Okay. Anybody has got the guts to say, I don't believe in God? I used to. When I was young, I didn't believe in God. But life teaches you, not because of anything else, but from your own experience you learn. So what happens is that hope, if you're hoping, then you don't accept God's will. Is it true or not? That I hope this changes. If you accept God's will, you are happy even when you are miserable. Because one day everything will change. When there's night, the day comes. When there's day, night will come. That is the nature of life. The only thing constant in life is change. When you're miserable, look at it that one day my day will come. If it doesn't come, you'll die. Then you won't feel any pain. But while you're alive, it is the nature of life to keep changing. So if you accept God's will, my philosophy is very clear. Just think. I'll tell you a short story. Do we have time? Have I exceeded my time? Anybody? Huh? I'll tell you a story. There's a book called Illusions by Richard Bach. Have you heard of Richard Bach? Jonathan Livingstone, Seagull. It was made into a movie. The trouble with people today, you all don't read books. All the knowledge you're looking for outside is there in books. Only thing is not like a reel that you'll get the wisdom in 2 minutes. You have to spend time. They're very good books. So this book starts with that there are creatures living at the bottom of the river and they're clinging to the rocks. And they're unhappy. And one of the creatures says that I am going to let go and go where the river takes me. And they're used to clinging to the rock. So everybody says, don't be stupid, man. How can you do this? The river will take you and bash you against the rock, and you'll die. So he holds on for some time. But then he says, no, I cannot live like this. I have to let go. And he lets go. And he lets go, and sure enough, the current takes him down, and he's hit against rocks, so he gets injured, then he recovers, gets injured, then he recovers, and then he learns how to swim with the river. Once he learns how to swim, then there's similar creatures living downstream, where the river is going, and they look at him and say, look at him, the Messiah has come. Messiah, you must save me. And he says, no, I am not a Messiah. You can save yourself. All you have to do is let go. If you let go, you'll learn in life. If you look at the lives of all the prophets, whether it is Jesus, whether it's Buddha, they never thought that I'll make a good house and I'll stay here only. They all traveled. They didn't care what happened to them in life. And that is why we worship them, because they had courage to let go. But in our own life, you'll say, this is theory. Actually, it doesn't work. But try it. I'm sure I've tried it. I've let go. Whatever chance I got, I took this job. Unhappy, I left. I took another job. Like that it is. I must have lectured in William Carey, maybe 2013 or 2014. I have to look at the certificates. I've come back after a long time. And meanwhile, I've lectured everywhere else. I'm talking to you from experience. Try it. Even an ant doesn't need a degree. It gets its job, no? It gets its food, makes a house. What does the Bible say? That every creature has a place, except the Son of Man does not have a place to keep his head. Every prophet will tell you the same thing. So learn to travel, learn to take risk. One life, don't regret it, don't become old. A lot of people, they say, die at 30 because they stop living. They have no enthusiasm left. Have that enthusiasm. Take the risk. You'll be rewarded in life. I guarantee you that. If not, you can come and strangle me if I'm not dead already. Okay? All right. Thank you. I have spoken enough.